Hello guys, today I thought of another thing that I do as a Magic the Gathering fan, and it's look at scryfall. I guess the most interesting thing now is the Hobbit previews. Very cool, very cool. Of course, personally, I cannot afford the alternate arts, but I do really like going to pre-releases, and of course, I will use them in the game. But then afterwards, I usually like sell any cards of any value because I don't really play paper constructed. I used to play some arena draft, but the well the reward system feels a bit too time consuming. Anyway, yeah. So how do I? Let's do it by set number. That's my preferred because I kind of want to skip the alternate arts. I appreciate them, but mechanically, like they kind of confuse me because they're just a duplicate of a normal card. So of course, at this time, not all of the cards have been spoiled. I think. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go back to spoiler dates and look at the new ones. Hmm. Glow in the Mighty. Oh yeah. I guess an interesting thing that I, if they do accomplish this, is like print uh, each one of the 13 dwarves by name because the dwarves are centered in red white, and I can't imagine that there would be 13 legendary dwarves in red and white unless they distribute them amongst the colors. Then maybe. But then there's also the question of like rarity. I also um, enjoy the naming conventions. Fearsome Goblin Pair. I think it's not a typical Magic the Gathering style of naming. Like a 3 word name. It's like nasty little rabbit. What else? Great ugly looking goblin. Most decrepit old bird. Dancing from dark to dawn. Old fat spider. Etc. Etc. This one sounds more like a Magic the Gathering type of naming convention. Wilderland Scrounger, like 2 words, trying to be very specific and yet general enough that they could probably reuse it. Yeah, very interesting. What else? Oh, by and I think that I've seen 2 cards that create equipment artifact token named Axe with equipped creature gets +1/+0 and equip 2. So that's very interesting. Um, equipment artifact uh, predefined, or is that what it's called? Yeah, predefined artifact tokens that are equipment axes. Very interesting. What else? Oh yeah, this one I've noted that I think in a previous video I've mentioned that the white blue human mechanic recruit, which is basically a loot, and if you discard a non-land card, you get the 1/1 human soldier creature token, white 1/1 human soldier creature token. Uh, Interestingly enough, it sounds like Connive, which had graveyard synergies because you could choose the non-land card that you would discard. And yeah, this one, Eagle's Rescue, it's something you could pitch to the graveyard, to the yard, pitch to the yard, because two white, blue, but for the same cost, you could return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to a target creature you control with power 1 or less, activate only a sorcery. So, that's pretty cool. It's basically graveyard synergy that doesn't feel too graveyardy. And they put it on an aura, which famously, their weakness is the loss of card advantage, because if you cast this and attach this on a creature, then your opponent would be incentivized to destroy that creature or target that creature because they would 2-for-1 you. So this kind of gets around the 2-for-1. Like you could keep casting this onto creatures. Sure, they could die, but then you could reuse it, so you get the card advantage back. Like it's recyclable, recursive. Or you could just pitch it to recruit the first time and get that 1-1. It's interesting that it's a 4 to cast, so it's not that in both ways. It's not that efficient. And also oh wait, no. The first cast, you could enchant any creature. Meanwhile, the recycle cast or cast from graveyard has to target a creature with a power 1 or less. Alright. Yeah, that's an interesting limitation. Yep. Very interesting. You have both the amass and the +1/+1 counter synergy. Oh yeah, here. This one, Dancing from Dark to Dawn. So, because it's in green, whenever you cast a creature spell, put X+1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is that spell's mana value, and landfall, whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 green bear creature token. So it has both +1/+1 counters and landfall synergies. It plays into both the green-black ferocious, because you can build up your creatures into the necessary 4 power or greater, and it also plays into the um, landfall synergy for Simic Elves. So this is pretty good. And I guess you could, I guess this works in green-black more, because you would have +1/+1 counter synergies from the goblins. Yeah. Yeah, this one is interesting. So, very graveyard focused for a set that doesn't really play with the graveyard. Threshold. I guess this is like a, what do you call that? A payoff for recruit. So it is, I guess, white, blue, or maybe blue specifically, is a graveyard, has graveyard themes. I don't know. Okay. Okay. What's this? Gleaming Splendor. Whenever is this is new, or is this source BB no money? What? Gamer. Strange. No, I know who this guy is. I'm just surprised that he plays and was hired to, well, not hired. I'm not surprised he was hired to like spoil the card. I'm surprised that I guess with Post Malone being one of Magic's biggest like ambassadors, if that's what you call it, musician, popular musicians who do play Magic the Gathering are a thing. Okay, anyway, that was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah, so both BB No Money and Brandon Sanderson, famous sci-fi author. Yeah, checkpoint. Oh, it's a gaming website. Okay, sorry. I'm familiar with like a cybersecurity thing called checkpoint. Imagine. Yeah. So yeah, the rest of the cards seem. Yeah, so I mean, we've already looked at Great Ugly Looking Goblin, and then we have the normal card art. I mean, normal card frame here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's it for this. I guess next time I really should think about the topic that I want to talk about specifically, but that requires more effort and more time. So maybe next time when I have more time and effort. Okay, thank you and goodbye.